When I think of finesse fishing, the first technique I think of is shaky head. Shaky head's probably the most widely known technique and the most widely used, and it's tremendous. You catch the fire out of them, and all it is a jig head that you put a worm on, traditional, you know, a little baby fat finesse. That's kind of finesse worms, that's the deal. Now, you can use a lot of different heads and you can use a lot of different baits. So, you know, some of the heads will just have a screw lock to hold it on. Some have a screw lock and a flat side to stand them up. There's all kinds of different heads. The one I use is just the Strike King shaky head. And one thing you need is something to hold the bait. So this has a big barb. And the other thing that you must have is try not to use one with a 90-degree eye hook. So if it's 90 degrees up, you just don't catch as high a percentage with it. When you start moving it out and you get that 60-degree eye right there, that's about perfect, perfect. Comes out of the fish's mouth, really sticks the hook, it's great. So the way we rig them, and I've got one tied on right here, the way we rig them, we just tie it on. I generally use, you know, 7-3, 8-4. You're gonna set the hook with this. So this is something you're gonna drive it and set the hook. So I'm gonna use Finesse fluorocarbon. Take the shaky head, take your finesse worm, and just put it right in the head. Come out not very far, so, you know, quarter, 3/8, you know, well, not even that, quarter to a half inch, and just slide it around. Now, this is where it looks funny, but is so productive. Push it up to the head, right? And so you can see it's going to be at an angle. It's not going to be straight, in line, and all that. But here's a tip. You look at this worm, you see where your hook's going to come through and how it's going to lay in there. You want to stick it in at an angle, but you want to go in all the way through, back in a couple times, and I'll show you why. So you get your hook in there, punch it through where it comes out, back it up, punch it through again, back it up, now you're ready. Now what you've done is you've created a little channel for that hook to penetrate so easy. So with light line, finesse rigs, you just pull into them and you've got them. That's the shaky head. Now, this is the deal. Finesse, 7-inch finesse worms, traditional. The little baby fat finesse that I just rigged, traditional. That's what people shaky head with the most. But Ochos, great for shaky heading. Any type of soft plastic that you can think of, I caught the fire out of them on the Menace and the Rage Bug. Little crawfish, any of that, you can shaky head rig it exactly the same. When it gets down there, it's kind of standing up, looks like a little crawfish down there. Now people call it a shaky head, so you go where you shake it a lot. I really don't that much. So the way I fish this thing is I basically just throw it out and I let it settle out to the bottom, and it goes down pretty cool because it's that weight is so far forward it drops it really fast. So I let it just get to the bottom, and I just kind of pick it up and I drag it a bit and I pump it. So just a little bit, stay in contact with the bottom, drag a little bit, pump it. Sometimes they get real aggressive and you can even just kind of lift and swim and they'll just pop it. But basically it's just drag it and let it sit on the bottom, and it's like that little worm just crawling on the bottom. Such a great technique. Light line, light tackle, clear water, high blue skies. This technique is dynamite finesse fishing. I love finesse fishing.